Hello and welcome to everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Another day to catch up, but I know it's a working day for many. So let's just wait and see how many. Pita is having a graduation function or something like that. So she is busy and will not be able to make it. She sent me a message. She's waiting for the guest speaker to come. If the guest speaker doesn't come late, how will they be noticed, right? So. Let me just find something to talk about. The theme for today: what mode of transport would you like? So let me put that up. What mode of transport do you like the best? I hope I've got that right. Yes, what mode of transport do you like the best? What mode of transport do you like the best? For me, the best transport that I like is when I am sitting behind the wheel. If I am in charge, I'm doing the driving, the riding, or whatever it is. If I'm doing that, that is my best mode of transport. But that is definitely not possible when you're in many other circumstances. When you're traveling far away, then you would have to rely on other kinds of transport. If you're traveling abroad somewhere to some other country, your mode of transport changes. So, mode of transport will depend all on where you are traveling, right? Where you are traveling, that is how your mode of transport will change. So, in my early days, I did not own any kind of thing, but later on, when I began teaching, and I was in that school for 10 years, that's the first time I learned how to ride a motorbike, a scooter. Before that, as a student, I had learned how to ride a bicycle, but if my feet were not touching the floor, then I would have a problem. So the bicycle did not have to be too high, it should be a low one. And some of those kind of racing bikes, they were like good because they are low enough. Till today, I do not know how to mount a bike. You know, you put your leg on the pedal one side and you hop along, and then when the bicycle moves forward, you swipe your other leg around and sit on the seat. So I do not know how to mount a bike till today. I do not know how to do that. Either the bike is falling towards my side or the bicycle is falling towards the other side. And so now I just get on the bike, I sit on it, and I love to ride. And the early days of riding the bicycle, my classmate was teaching me, and it was a pretty high bicycle. So I had to like get onto a small stone, like these milestones they have alongside the main road. So I had to look for some stone, climb onto that stone, move onto the bike, and then start pedaling. And what was the worst thing about that is if I came in contact with some obstacle or something, I got so nervous, I used to panic. And that guy, my friend, will be saying, press the brake. But I'm so nervous, I'm in panic mode that invariably I would crash. Thankfully, the bicycles were not that damaged. Otherwise, I would have had to pay for it because they were all hired bicycles. That time, you could hire a bicycle for an hour, half an hour, etc. And little by little, I got a little more confidence, and I was able to at least brake in time, don't crash anywhere. That was important in my mind. So finally, I was successful in that. But till today, I cannot mount a bike. I have to sit on it and then start. So when I went to that Bishop School, Pune, that was the first time I started to learn how to ride a scooter. So my friend was teaching me, and first, there were the inner roads, so not much traffic. It was an army cantonment area. So I would only drive like turning right. So like go down the road and then turn right, go down. It's the race course. Turn right, then turn right again from the race course and come down towards our school side, and then again turn right, and it was between the field and an army residential quarters. So like this, I used to just do turning right everywhere till I got little confidence and I got the hang. Because when I turned right the first time, the it was a bit of a busy road, so I got used to the traffic. Then after that, I started to take left turns, also manage how to do the left turns. And then I started to learn how to speed up a little bit. And one day I was taking this right turn, coming between the field, football field, and the army quarter. It was open bungalow style. It had a old wooden gate that was already in a dilapidated condition. So I was taking that right turn, and it was the monsoons. So it was rainy season. The roads were wet. It was a little slippery. And as I took a right turn, I felt the bike skidding. And my friend sitting behind was telling me, Winston, leave the scooter, leave the scooter. And I said, in my mind, it was no. If the scooter gets damaged, it is not my scooter, it is his scooter. So I was thinking about that, and he kept telling me, Winston, just leave the handle, jump off, leave the handle. And then he jumped off, but I crashed into that wooden gate, trying to wobble here, wobble there, wobble, wobble, wobble. And finally I tried to press the brake, and but I dashed into the wooden gate. And anyhow, the wooden gate was already dilapidated, old and broken. So even if I damaged it, it did not matter much. But I fell on my side, scraped my knee, my hand, my elbows, and no major injuries. And my friend quickly came running up to me and then straightened the bike, put it on the stand. Thankfully, nothing happened to the bike, not even a scratch or damaged or something. But I was all scratched up, and my friend was okay. And then he kept telling me, Winston, it's a scooter. We can get it repaired. We can do anything, but life will go. You cannot do anything. That's why I was telling you, just leave it. And scooter is like open from the front, like down. You have to keep your legs onto the bottom of that slope. So I can easily move out, leave the bike one side, let it go right, and I can hop off on the left, right. So he was telling me, how much I kept telling you, just hop off the bike, leave the bike. What will happen? The bike can be repaired. I said, no, it is your bike. I was worried about that. So that was my first kind of accident I had learning to ride the scooter. And after that, I got confidence, but took me some time to. I didn't get back on the scooter that day. And then whenever it was heavy rain or the roads were too wet, I avoided. I avoided. But soon I got used to it, and then I became a daredevil on the bike. On the motorbike, I became a daredevil. So I had a scooter, and then I bought my own scooter. I bought a second-hand one first. So, and then I bought a new scooter after some time when I was confident to take my wife to work, go to the market, go to church. I was confident. I bought a new scooter. It was a Vespa, Italian make Vespa scooter. So I bought that, and then the last thing I went into was a motorbike. I went into a motorbike, 100cc. So, and there my brother had come down from Japan, and he came and he told me, Winston, I told him, let's go up to Panchgani. It's a hill station. Let's go up to Panchgani. And Panchgani is like what? One side rock, one side drop, and it's just a two-way, going and coming. I'd never gone up the ghats like that, the mountain like that. I'd never ridden before. I remember my sister, my wife, went down. We never had phones that day. In those days, we had to go to the local store down and or to an STD booth. They had these telephone booths and all that in those days. So she went down. She called my sister. My sister was in Muscat. She called my sister and said, both your brothers have gone. I told Winston not to go. It's dangerous. He's never been before. It's first time. I told him not to go, but he's gone. If anything happens to them, please don't hold me responsible. So we are already gone. But I was careful. I was now very confident and drove slowly, did not drive too fast, took it easy. On the main road, on the highway, it was okay, drive fast, but otherwise took it easy when we were going up. And people give way. Nobody rushes and pushes, on that mountain. Everybody is keeping to the speed limits and giving way. There are give way signs, so everybody usually follows it, except for those big, huge trucks. They just don't care. You have to be careful and make sure you avoid getting into the way of any of them. And we made it up there, enjoyed the view, bought some stuff. There was a lot of like strawberry jams, all kind of different jams they used to, because there were a lot of farms and all up there. So we used to buy a lot of jams and fruits and all, and came back. So came back. Thankfully, everything was okay. And after that, I did many trips. It was like a 4.5 hour ride. And again, I last time I told you, the where we saw all the waterfalls and all, lots of waterfalls. My cousin Margarita reminded me. So going down the mountains there also, it was very risky. But I did the first trip and going all the way to Bombay. And those days there was no GPS, nothing. So if I'm lost, if I cannot follow the directions, I'm lost. Ask somebody, okay, where do I go? But the directions are pretty good. I was able to follow the directions and I was able to reach most of the places. Then my mom was used to live in a faraway suburb of Bombay. So on 2 or 3 occasions, I even rode all the way there on my motorbike. I made good use of it. I had it only for about a year because then I went to Dubai for my job. So before going, I sold off that bike. But I was going with the determination that I will bring my family to Dubai later. So I sold my bike. Got a good price for it compared to, using it for 1 year. But it was good. So Then I rode a bike. I rode a motorbike next when I in 2017 November. When I went to Dubai, I had never ridden at all. So it was like exactly 25 years later, kind of. So 25 years, I had never even sat on a scooter. Forget about riding one. I had not even sat on a scooter. And I went to this Koh Chang. I went to this island, and then the best way to get around the island is to hire a motorbike. So I had to give my passport and all as assurance. And I told the guy first, I said, let me first take it for a test. I just want to drive and see. I'm sitting on a motorbike after 25 years. I've not even sat on one before. So a little shaky, a little nervous, but I took off. I managed and started this. Then I said, okay, I think I'm confident enough to do it. But there was one particular place where I had to go very, very steep, very steep. And like as you go up, like it's very steep, and then the road turns right, and then it goes up, and then you come to little flat land. So it was very, very steep. But some or the other, even though my first time, because you can't go slowly, you have to rev up a little bit to take the steep slope. Some or the other, nervous, shaky, whatever it is, I made it the first time. But when I was coming down back again to my hotel, oh, I got the fright when I looked from the top and I looked at the gradient. I said, oh my God, what a gradient. And then it comes down and then suddenly it takes a left turn. I said, how am I going to manage this? How am I ever going to manage that? So I let so many vehicles pass by me, so many vehicles pass by me. I just did not know what to do. I'm making up my mind, but I have to go down, right? Ultimately, I have to go down. There is no two ways about it. So I'm building up a lot of courage, building up a lot of courage how I should go down. And finally, I made up my mind and I started going down slowly, one hand on the back brake, all right, one hand on the back brake, and I started going down slowly. So I let others overtake me. How people were riding so fast, and I started going down slowly, slowly, slowly. But the gradient was so much that the bike is still moving fast, but not so fast. And I'm still braking and going down, braking and going down. And then took that left turn slowly, took that left turn and went off. But believe me, for the 2 weeks, 1 week I spent there. For the 1 week I spent there, every time I came to the going up was okay, but when I came to the top, but then I didn't have to wait a long time. It got faster and faster. So what I would do is it got faster and faster. So what I would do is, Mercy, thank you so much, Mercy. Nice of you to come here. So tell me, what is your best mode of transport? Don't forget to click the like button and tell me what is your best mode of transport. What is your best mode of transport? Thank you for clicking the like. What is your best mode of transport? So I've been talking about my best mode of transport is to be behind the wheel. If I am in charge, I am riding a bike or a motorbike and I am sitting behind a wheel and driving a car, then I am most happy. That is my mode of transport. But if I'm traveling by but sometimes you cannot take those kind of transport. You cannot always be riding or driving yourself. So it depends on where you're going, the distance you are going. So you have to take other modes of transport as well, but as far as possible. So I was just talking about me hiring a motorbike in Koh Chang. In it's an island in Thailand, and I went there for in 2000 November 2017. So how nervous I was to take one particular slope. It was very steep. So going up was okay, but every time I came down for that 1 week, I would stay on top, build up courage, and then start moving down slowly. And soon it became less and less time I stood on top, but I was always standing on top, waiting. taking in everything, and then going down. So I enjoyed that. And I was riding that motorcycle. I was riding it after 25 years. For 25 years, I had not even sat on a motorcycle. Not even sat on a motorcycle. So after 25 years, I was riding, but it came back. It came back. I did well. I enjoyed for those one for that 1 week. So what kind of transport do you like best? For the crowded city, I think a motorbike is good, but you have to be really careful. You have to really be careful. But a motorbike is good. And if you're traveling little far away, then a car would be ideal. And a car is ideal if there are many people traveling in the same car, then it becomes economical. So, Mercy, what transport do you like best? If anyone is passing by for the first time, don't forget to click on the like button. And if you can leave your name and where you are from, drop it in the comments before you, if you don't want to stay for long on my chat, on my live stream, just drop your name and where you are from, and then you can continue with whatever you need to do. If you are, if you have been on my live stream before, then just drop in a message, say hi or anything like that. And if you have a little more time, you can just write, what is the mode of transport you like best? What mode of transport you like best? My dear friend Stephen must be just, have gone to work today, so he will not be able to be here. This morning I had no time to cook because and the food was over yesterday because I had a chat with my daughter. So it's just bread and some sandwiches. Some sandwich I'll have bread, and I've got some like salami type of something. I've got chicken. It is chicken salami. So I will put that into the bread slices and have it as a sandwich. So that will be my lunch. And before I do that, I will put up something for cooking. I kept it out for thawing. Oh, I forgot to keep it in a proper container. It's okay. So I will do some cooking so that I have dinner and I have food for tomorrow. So Mercy, tell me, what kind of transport do you like best? So maybe Mercy has gone off. Okay, I think Mercy has gone off. Otherwise, she would have commented. I know today is a working week as well. Yes, people are working, so that's another issue. Peter's got an event in school, so she has to pay attention and take care of that. I wonder whether Rodney and Kenlin will come. Stephen is at work, so he will not be able to pass by. And other Filipinos, maybe they are on their own YouTube channels. So yes, talking about mode of transport, if as long as you're internally short distances, a motorbike is good. Little if there are a group of you going together, then going by car is more economical because most cities have traffic. Motorbike you can move easily between traffic, but with a car you are stuck. And if you're traveling to some other destinations, you would have to use trains or a bus. So that would be another mode of transport to be used, trains or buses going to some other city, or going even like Europe. You can take the transatlantic Europe or trans-Siberian, whatever it is, and you can go like from one end of Europe to the other end of Europe, traveling by that train. So that passes through so many different countries. So you could, travel by that. And other countries, you have to travel by flight, by plane. So there are many, many different kinds of transport. In the villages, the suburbs, there are transport pulled by animals. So that is also still prevalent in many countries. So mode of transport keeps differing from uh, place to place depending on how you want to travel. Did I advertise? Oh, I did not advertise this. So sad. How did I forget to do that? How to advertise it? Post my live stream on YouTube. So that's when people get a notification. I was talking to my daughter this morning, and then actually she sent me a message much earlier, but I just got up for a pee break and I wanted to sleep again. So then she later on I gave her a call after my breakfast. Then we got talking for a long time. Then I told her I have to stop now because it's already 9:30, 10 o'clock my time. I go in for my live stream. So I said, I'm so sorry, like I have to cut short. And we were talking, we were calling and seeing each other after quite a long time. It was sometime early or middle of last month. Then I was in the midst of washing my dinner and breakfast things. So I just soaked it, and when she called, then then I have to go and get the. No, I have my selfie stick. I was wondering where it is because the charger for the laptop is a little out of reach. So my magic wand. Good, I have this. I can now reach out and I can bring my charger closer to me. Okay, I've got my laptop charger next to me, and now to bring my phone charger next to me. I've got my phone charger next to me. I've got my laptop charger next to me, and very handy, very handy. Very nice tripod, a very nice selfie stick, but it also has, I was showing it last time, it also has a tripod. It also has a tripod, so I can keep it down. Hello, where are you? Where is everybody? I can't see you. Where are you? This reminds me of the ostrich. A hunter was out hunting and the ostrich was running, and after some time, the ostrich was very tired. So then the ostrich had a very brilliant idea. The ostrich said, why don't I bury my head in the sand? Because if I bury my head in the sand, I cannot see the hunter, so the hunter will not see me. So he buried his head in the sand and he got shot. And he ended up in the dish to be eaten. Everybody, everybody, where are you? Everybody, everybody, where are you? I am here, I am here, I am here, I am here. But I cannot see anyone. If Pita watches the replay, she will enjoy. She likes to hear me sing. If I'm humming, she will say, why are you humming? Why don't you sing? Yes, sure. If there are more people, then it's worth singing because I can always sing to myself anytime. I can sing to myself, so no problem with that. What new song can I sing? What new song can I sing? I like some of the old songs. I know when I was in the boarding school, we used to night study time. Instead of studying, we used to be singing. Few of us were there, and we were drumming on the desks. We were drumming on the desks, and we were singing. And those days, we used to be singing so many of the Beatles songs. Not very loud because there were study classes on either side, but we used to be singing. But sometimes the priest who was supervising, we had Jesuit priests at that time, Jesuit priests, and when we are singing, then suddenly they will come round the corner, and then we got lashes with a cane. But that didn't stop us. Whenever we had a chance, we would still sing. So all the old Beatle numbers, Yellow Submarine, I saw her standing there. What else were the famous ones? Oh Bloody Oh Blada. I think they sang it, the Beatles. Can't Buy Me Love. Can't buy me love. Can't buy me love. And after that, I'd forgotten. I don't know the lyrics. We are going on the yellow submarine, the yellow submarine, the yellow submarine. We are going on the yellow submarine, the yellow submarine, the yellow submarine. Not a nice song. Beatles were so famous in those days. People were killing themselves also with excitement. Really, I don't understand what foolishness to do. Hello, Joyce. Oh my gosh, Joyce. Nice to see you. And there is only me, everyone. And YouTube tutorial made easy is my second channel. So there's actually nobody else. So, Joyce, tell me, what mode of transport do you like best? I was saying earlier that I love to, if I'm riding or driving, I'm at the head of the transport doing the work. I love that the best. So if I'm riding a motorcycle or I'm driving a car or something, then I enjoy it the best. But it's not always that we can do that, right? So at some time we are going a little far, there's too much of traffic, we would have to take a bus or take a train, or going intercity, sometime a train, or if we are flying to another country, like you going to US, you would have to take a flight. So depending on where we are traveling, the mode of transport would differ. So what is your favorite mode of transport choice? Happy to see you. It's been a while that you have been on my live stream. It's happy to see you. I said I would make my second video for the new one, new channel, so second video, but last night I was very tired. I don't know. Pita, of course, is in school, but Pita has a graduation function today. So she said last message she sent me, she's waiting for the speaker to come. That was before I went live. So Pita is having a busy morning. Steven has work from 5:30 in the evening, so till next morning, so 12-hour shift. So he is busy. So he will not be able to. They don't allow any phones and cameras and all that in his workplace. So okay, you prefer the train. Are your trains very crowded? Are your trains very crowded? Or is it only during peak hours that it's crowded and other times it's okay? Thank you for clicking the like button. Here in Thailand, peak time, the trains can get very crowded, but people do have time to, they do have place to stand. You might be jostling around with each other sometimes as the train rocks and moves, but otherwise it is pretty good. And if you go a little when peak off peak hours, like oh, it's very comfortable to travel, very comfortable to travel off peak time. So in Thailand, I like to take the trains. In India, Bombay, I would not like to take a train for internal travel. In a way, the buses are better to some extent, though of course there's traffic jams and things like that, a lot of pollution on the road. But in one school where I was teaching for 10 years, then later on I had a scooter, and then I went in for a motorbike. Mm. Yes, I guess it's still Sunday night for you. It's still Sunday night for you. So okay. So you had a makeover at the salon. You had a makeover. So now you must be looking completely different. If you just woke up, would you be able to sleep again later tonight? If you just woke up, would you be able to sleep? Far beyond the sky, For my soul is longing to go far beyond the sky to a better place I know. Far beyond the sky, for my soul is longing to go far away beyond the sky, far away beyond the sky. So, how do you travel to school, Joyce? How do you travel to school when you go to work? How do you travel? Because yeah, it's a distance, right? You travel from your place to Spanish Town, or when you go shopping, how do you travel? With no one here, it looks like I will drop off to sleep. Really? Is it so noticeable? But when I was a child, we would travel from one end of the island to the next by train. Okay. So that must be something nice to do. So tell me something about your train service. Like you can travel from one end of the island to the other. And what is the best way if you want to see the island? Like if you want to go around and see your island, like what is a nice way to travel? Is the train covering only like from length uh, from one side to the other, or is it covering many other places around the coast? Is the train service very good like that? It has a lot of train routes to different areas and different cities along the coast, so you can get to see kind of the whole island. So, is there anything like that? Okay, so you travel by your car. So, how supposing you want to travel from one side of the island to the other side of the island, let's say lengthwise and later on breadthwise, if you want to travel, how long would it take you to travel from one side to the other driving by your car, presuming traffic is moderate? I don't know whether on your highways or your expressways, whatever you call it, I don't know if you have heavy traffic over there, but how long do you think it would take you to drive from one side of the island to the other side of the island? Or how long does the train take? How long does the train take to go from one side of the island to the other side of the island? How long does the train take? Because the train doesn't have traffic problems, so it would be faster than going by car, maybe faster than going by car, though the train would be stopping at various stations along the way. And depending on if you have like superb express trains, fast trains. So approximately, how long would it take by train? Sorry, how long would it take by train to go from one part of the island to the other? 4 miles from work, so that is not a problem. 4 miles, that's pretty okay. So how long would it take to go by train from one part of the island to the opposite, the other extreme part of the island? And do you have a very good train network service there? Very good train network service. Bangkok has a wonderful network. And so many different lines have been coming up, so many different routes have been coming up. And it is marvelous. It is marvelous. You can always connect to some place or the other, no matter how remote or how distant it is. There will be some way to connect at least to a nearby place and then take some other transport from there. But yes, and they're still opening out more and more routes, more and more routes, and all the routes are given colors: pink line, blue line, green line, orange line, brown line, white line, all are given colors. Okay, your railway system is not very good. Okay, that's sad. When I go to Manila, Philippines, Manila, I want to experience riding. I want to experience traveling by train there. I want to travel by train during, say, going one way, go during peak hours, and returning come when it's not peak hours. So let me see how it works out. Thinking of doing something like that. Choice, when it gets late for you, you want to go to bed, you let me know, and no problem. Just let me know when you're going to bed. And if there's nobody else, I will end my live stream. So just let me know when you feel, sleepy and you want to go back to bed. So how long does the train take, or approximately, to go from one part of the island to another part of the island? The longest. You mean they do not have any passenger trains? No more passenger trains, only goods train to carry goods. No more passenger train. Incy Wincy Spider climbed the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Up came the sun and dried up all the rain. Incy Wincy Spider climbed the spout again. So you have a lot of mines, I guess. You have a lot of mines over there. Rest while I woo thee in soft melody. Gone are the cares of life's busy throne. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto Okay, the Chinese built all the highways to connect one part of the place to the other. Are your roads good condition for driving, or there are a lot of potholes and things like that? Strawberries, cherries, and the angels kiss in spring. My summer wine is made from all those pretty things. Take off your spurs and to pass the time, and to give to you some summer wine. Oh, some summer wine. Okay, okay, Joyce. Just to take school children from one side to the other, one parish to the next parish. It's sad that they stopped the train service. That would have helped to cut down traffic a lot, traffic jams. Do you have a ferry service from Spanish Town or any coastal port? Do you have a ferry service taking you all the way to the US? Whichever is the nearest port in the US, I don't know. Florida is it or where? I'm not too sure. But do you have any ferry service going on a regular basis? It might be even one ferry per day or something like that. So any kind of ferry service going from your island to the US. Like in Philippines, I when I settle down there, I'm going to try out the ferry. I get seasickness. I get seasickness, but now there is some kind of medication, a pill you can pop a pill into your mouth, pop in a pill for seasickness. And I remember in school days when I traveled by sea, I traveled from Bombay to Goa by sea. And somebody in those days, grandmother's recipes, grandmother's cures. So somebody said, if you suck on lime, not lemon, if you suck on lime, it will help you to overcome your seasickness. So in those days, I never heard of any tablets or take a pill or something. So I remember I bought a lot of limes, and when I was sucking the limes, like I was a teacher at that time, and went with a school trip, and everybody was asking me, "Why are you having the lime, sir? Why are you having the lime?" My colleagues asked me why I'm having lime, and I said, "I heard it is good for seasickness." And true, it was because that was quite a bit of a journey from Bombay to Goa. I forget like how many hours, but it was a long travel. And having the lime helped me. I didn't vomit or anything like that. So that means it was good to have it. So lime. So remember, seasickness, lime is very good. Just suck on the juice of the lime. You don't drink lime juice. You have to keep sucking on the juice of the lime. So I was very lucky. I did not suffer then seasickness when I went. Okay, no ferry service. Any ferry serv- any ferry service to any of the islands around? Do you have any ferry service to any of the islands around? I guess the toll roads are expensive because of to maintain them, right? To maintain them, therefore they charge a heavy toll. But I think in every country, the tolls are pretty expensive. I know in Canada, the tolls are expensive. In Dubai, they suddenly started toll systems from so many routes, and in a way, they were quite pricey. Not very very pricey, but quite. Okay, had that means now you don't have one. Jamaica is crumbling. Joyce, Jamaica is crumbling. They are stopping train services. They do not have ferry services. Jamaica is crumbling. So don't forget, Joyce, when you want to sleep, let me know. Don't worry. And there seems to be no one else. So when you want to sleep, let me know. And I will also end the live stream at that time. People can watch the live stream afterwards. Walk through this world with me. Go where I go. Mm, 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 mm. Forget all the lyrics. Take the ribbon from your hair, shake it loose and let it fall. Hold it soft against my skin, like the shadow on the wall. Oh, I'm going off with my songs. Um, the most stupid songs are coming into my head. I better change it. The other day I was saying when I was in school, I was in grade 3, I was 8 years old, but there are some two songs I remember very much. I remember it till today. But when I sang one, I always sing the other one. But yesterday I just forgot what is the other one. And I'm still trying to remember, but I just cannot remember. One is Beautiful Dreamer, and what is the other song? I have to sing it loud, then automatically I will go to the next one. But now trying to remember, I forget it. To travel to other parts of the Caribbean, we travel by air. Okay, by air. I will do a Caribbean cruise that passes through Jamaica. Yeah, if I'm doing a Caribbean cruise that passes through Jamaica, I must find out if I can stop in Jamaica for a couple of days and then take another cruise boat, catch another cruise boat by the same company, and continue back again. I don't know. I don't think they would do that, but it's worth a try. I used to Google routes for that when my wife was thinking she wanted to do a cruise, one of the Caribbean cruises. And there are so many different Caribbean cruises, but okay, Joyce, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I'm really happy that we had a little bit of chat and there was nobody else, so that's okay. At least you helped me to pass my time. And good night and God bless and take care. I will end the live stream also now. Just put a thank you note. Okay, my thank you note. Hopefully, there will be more on my live stream later this evening. I look forward to seeing all of you. Take care and bless you all. Remember Martha, Stephen, Rusty, Myrna, and Nair in your prayers. Take care. Okay, Joyce, bless you too and take care. And I will end the live stream now. And thank you for being here again. Thank you so much. All the best for tomorrow's work. Love you all. God bless.